Today, I'm back on Roblox Steal a Brainrot, and today, I'm going to be becoming the #1 player in the entire game as a noob. As you guys can see, I'm currently not on my main account. I'm on my alt account, BaconBuddy67, as you can see, and I'm going to be trying to get #1 on the top coins leaderboard. So, yeah, this is going to be really funny. Everyone's going to look at the leaderboard. They're going to be expecting, like, some pro player or something, and then they're going to see me, BaconBuddy67. This is going to be an honor to all the noobs in the Roblox community, but anyways, you might be wondering, how exactly are we going to be doing this? The #1 person on the leaderboard right now has 179.76 E plus 102 coins. I don't even know what number that is, but I've actually got this account loaded up with admin commands. So if I open up this admin menu down over here, I can go ahead and run a command called set money. And using this command, I can set my money to any value that I want. But, there is still a little bit of a challenge. I can't just go ahead and set my money to 179.76 E plus 103. I can't do this because look, it's not gonna work. Wait, what? What the? It actually worked? Wait, what? Okay, hold on. I thought that all of the money numbers over here, all of the display numbers, I thought that's just how they were displayed. I didn't know that you could actually type it in here. Wait, hold on. So if we can type in 179 blah 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 plus 3, why is my money not higher than gray over here? Okay, what if I try setting my money to plus 102? Is that gonna work? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now my money count is pretty high, but as you can see, there's still a little bit of a problem. We're still not #1. In fact, right now we would probably land number 9 on the leaderboard. This is terrible. So yeah, pretty much as you can see, the challenge with this is typing the command properly. I need to figure out a command that's gonna put me #1 on the leaderboard, and I think I know a better way of doing this than typing out the scientific notation value, which is like what this is. This is like scientific notation up here, and then this is like normal numbers. Okay, hold on. I think the best chance that we're gonna have of getting #1 on the leaderboard as BaconBuddy67 is if we just use normal numbers. I think that way we're gonna have the most granular control. So let's go ahead and just try typing out a really long number. And okay, that was a lot of zeros, but we're only at 10 E plus 44. But this is good. Now that we've got all of the zeros here, we can go ahead and change exactly what this number is. We can like add a 1 over here, add a 0 over here, if you know what I mean. And that way we can just get barely above this gray person who's #1 on the leaderboard. So let's go ahead and just keep on spamming some zeros for now. We need to keep on going until we hit the upper limit of what we can do. Oh, we're at 100 E plus 79. Let's try adding one more 0. We're at 1 E plus 80 now. That's delightful. I'm just gonna keep on spamming stuff. Oh my goodness, there's so much spam that's going on. I have to keep on spamming this. This is insane. Look at all these zeros. I don't even know how many zeros. Oh, and okay, there we go. Now we've hit the ceiling. So as you can see, the money counter is negative nan ind plus blah blah blah. This means that we've gone too high and we can't go any higher. So let me go ahead and start removing some zeros. So this is a challenge. We need to get the exact right number. If we go a little bit too high, it breaks. If we go a little bit too low, then we're going to be like #9 on the leaderboard. And no one wants to be #9 on the leaderboard. I want to see BaconBuddy67's name up there at the top with the greats, like Gray and X Turbo. Anyways, I just removed a bunch of zeros, and now we're at 10 E plus 102. So we're going to need to go up. Let's try adding 1 0 at the end. And okay, now we're at 100 E plus 102. Let's add another 0. And okay, now we're at negative NAND. You know what? I think we're gonna need to call in the big guns for this. All right, I've got my good buddy ChatGPT pulled up here. Now, this is an AI tool that can pretty much do everything, and it probably knows a lot more about scientific notation and numbers and stuff than I do. So we're gonna try to get it to type out the exact command that we need. Let me just go ahead and tell it the situation real quick. Actually, wait, hold on. I can just talk to it. Let me turn on voice mode. Okay, ChatGPT, here we go. Let me unmute myself. Hey there, can you hear me?
Hey, yep, I can hear you loud and clear. How's it going? Everything working okay on your end?
This is so sick. All right, hold on. I'm about to use the AI to help me get #1 on the leaderboard. Yeah, everything's going good on my end. I have a question for you. So I'm playing this Roblox game right now called Steal a Brainrot, and I have access to these admin commands that let me set my money counter using a command called set money. And here's the challenge. I want to try to get #1 on the leaderboard of the entire game, but the problem is the #1 people on the leaderboard. Wait, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. The problem is the #1 person on the leaderboard right now, their money counter is so high that it doesn't show the money in plain numbers. It shows it in scientific notation. Their money counter shows 1 Wait, hold on. Let me see what it says real quick. It says 179.76E plus 102. So what is a command that I can type in plain text that will make me go higher than them?
Got it. So you want to surpass that crazy high number on the leaderboard.
Yo, it's helping us.
When you see something like 1.796E plus 102, that's scientific notation, which basically means 1.796 times 10 to the power of 102.
It's a lot of big words.
To beat that, you'd have to use a number that's even bigger. You could try something like setting your money to 2E plus 103, which would be even higher.
Okay, but wait. Here's the problem. Using the set money command, I don't think it's a good idea to type the set money command with scientific notation. We can only type the set money command with plain numbers. And also, if we go too high, then Roblox is going to say NaN, not a number, and it breaks. So we need to find like the perfect number. We just need to be literally one digit above the number one person right now.
Got it. That makes sense. So you just need a number that's slightly above theirs without breaking the game. In that case,
This is actually so OP.
you could try something like just adding a few zeros to the end of a number that's close to theirs.
Few zeros. What is it talking about?
For example, if their number is about 1.796 followed
maybe
by
using
a lot
voice
of
mode
zeros,
wasn't the
you could
greatest
try something
idea.
like 1.797 by the same number of zeros. That should put you just above them without going too far and breaking the counter.
That's going to go too far, ChatGPT. This is not... Okay, I'm going back to text mode. Wait a second. Look, it recorded the entire conversation. Let me ask it if it knows what's going on. Hey, what am I trying to do right now? Is it going to remember everything that I just told it on the chat? Sounds like you're trying to beat someone else's insane... Yep, exactly. Okay, great. It knows everything we're doing. Now let's try to, like, actually get it to help us. Okay, great. You're almost there, but the number one person on the leaderboard right now is showing 179 points. Hold on, what else did it say? 179.76E. 179.76E plus 102. Okay, we can use the set money command, but we can only use plain numbers in the set money command. No scientific notation. Wow, hold on. Bacon Buddy 67 is doing some high-tech strategies to get number one. Okay, now I'm gonna say, can you write me a command and just send it in... Actually, no, not a command. Can you write me a number I can plug into this command in just plain text? No scientific notation. Make me go one digit above the current number one person. All right, that's a pretty banger prompt. Let's see if this works. So it looks like the number one person's money counter right now is this. To beat it by one, we need to add a one to that number. Okay, so final command, set money, this. And ChatGPT sent us like a devil emoji. Oh, that's excellent. ChatGPT is being devious. Anyways, let's copy this command and let's try pasting this into our Roblox. I wonder if this will work first try. I actually don't know. Let's clear this chat real quick so we can actually see stuff. And set money, paste. Oh, wait, hold on. No, paste just everything, enter. And all right, we've got a bit of a problem. That did not work. Let's go back to ChatGPT and report the situation. I'm just going to send it a screenshot saying, okay, that didn't quite work. It resulted in this. Okay, he says, I see where you're going on. Your game is most likely using engineering notation where the number is shown for readability. Oh, interesting. Engineering notation. There's so many different notations. Wow. All right, so what you need to do, the top leaderboard number is, okay, that's a lot bigger of a number. And now it's telling me to use this. Wait, this isn't going to work either. This is not going to work. Okay, let me go back here and try it just in case. Yep, that does not work. That made it even lower. That didn't work. Come on, I just need to get the command. I know it can do it. Okay, that tells us the game is using abbreviated notations. Wow, another different type of notation. Okay. So to beat the person, here's your go. Try this number. No, that's not going to work. No, these are not gonna work. And the reason I know that's not gonna work is because we've literally done like a way bigger number and it has worked. So there's no way that the number that it sent me is going to be what we need. Yeah, look, this works right here. I'm just going to keep adding zeros. Let's try to find like the upper limit of what we can do. And then let's send that to ChatGPT and maybe this can help it. There we go. All right, we just hit NaN. NaN stands for not a number. We're just too big. I'm just going to keep removing zeros one by one. Okay, maybe like three by three. One by one is going to take forever. Okay. We're almost there. We're almost at the upper limit of what we can do. Just adding a couple more zero. And okay, this is the limit, as it seems. Let me copy this command now, and let's send this to ChatGPT. These are not gonna work. This command right here works, but if I add an extra 0 at the end, then it won't work. All right, hopefully this will be some valuable information for it. Perfect, now we're locked in. You just give me a working set money command, blah, 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 blah. But adding 1 0 at the end causes it to break. Likely overflows the game internal max. Okay, so not to beat someone, let's go exactly 1 digit below that to be safe. Final command, wow, that's a lot of 9s. If this works, everyone has to subscribe. Actually, I don't know if this is gonna work. Subscribe anyways. If I get it working by the end of today, then you have to subscribe. Let's paste in the command, let's hit enter, and it didn't work. All right, why is that? Yeah, look at this, hold on, look, I can still add extra digits at the end. This isn't working. If I still add 9s at the end, it works. Huh. Okay, well, ChatGPT is being a little bit bad. Hold on, I'm gonna say this command over here worked. It was one of the commands that we did earlier. Just make it go a little higher, but not too high that it breaks the game. All right, here we go. Nice, the number you just posted is right around the maximum float 64 limit. Okay, the game is probably using IEEE754 double precision floats. Love those. All right, now this command that it just sent us only bumps 1 digit in the early part of the number, keeping it safely under the float 64 max. All right, let's give it a shot. Please work. All right, let's go into the chat here, clear the command, and let's paste it in. Oh wait, hold on, we gotta do set money, and then let's paste it in, and all right, moment of truth. Would you look at that? 179.76 E plus 102. But wait. We don't actually know if this works because look, as you can see on the leaderboard, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 people who all have 179.76 E plus 102. So we need to make sure that we're above them. We need to make sure that we're just like one number above them. But anyways, in order to refresh the leaderboard, I got to relog. So I'll be right back. All right. I just loaded back into the private lobby and okay, moment of truth. Let's see if we are number 1 on the leaderboard as Bacon Buddy 67. It looks like the leaderboard is loading in. It's probably going to take a while to load in because of all the big numbers. But if this works and we are number 1 on the leaderboard, this is going to be a milestone. All right. 1 small step for Dash, 1 huge step for Noob Kind. All right. My name is literally Bacon Buddy 67 and my face is a bacon hair. On the leaderboard, it not only does it show your name, but it also shows your face. So this is going to be great honorable mention for all the noobs out there. Anyways, here we go. Come on, load already. I'm actually like super anticipating this. Is that the right word? I don't even know. I'm super excited for this. Here we go. Come on, load leaderboard. Please work. If I'm up there, that's going to be a really great sign. Come on. This leaderboard is killing me. Why does it take so long to load? It's just a bunch of numbers. Come on, it can't be that hard. Please just load the leaderboard. I can scroll the leaderboard, but it's not loading in yet. I wonder if it'll work. It might not work actually. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna get it to work by the end of today if it doesn't work. Come on, leaderboard. Oh my goodness, it takes so long. This is real time. I'm just waiting here. Leaderboard. It has loaded in. Wait, am I up there? Hold on. Bacon Buddy 67. I am second place. Are you kidding me? Second place? No. This is unacceptable. I'm not taking second place for an answer. I'm getting first place. I'm getting number 1. Okay, hold on. This is pretty good though. We passed 1, 2, 3 of the people who also have 179.76 E plus 102. So we're above those guys. Now we just gotta get to number 1. This is good though. With 1 command, we just got to number 2. Let me go back to my battle assistant, ChatGPT. Actually, wait. Let me get it a screenshot of the leaderboard. All right, let's go up to ChatGPT. And I'm going to say, all right, coach, good news and bad news. We're number 2 on the leaderboard. We need to be number 1. Give me the theoretical... Did I spell that right? Hold on. Quick little autocorrect. Give me the theoretical max IEEE 754 double precision floating point value you can possibly give me. This will be 1 small step for Dash, 1 huge step for Noob Kind. We need to make this happen. We're not just getting number 1 on the leaderboard here. We're changing lives. All right, hopefully this motivates ChatGPT enough to do it. Absolutely, Dash. It's time to make history. We're not just playing with numbers anymore. We're bending the very limits of what this game engine can hold. Let's feed it the maximum number IEEE 754 double precision allows, which is theoretical max float 64 value. It's a big value. That's quite a big value. But it looks like this this is it. This is the final payload over here. Wow. This is what a heck of a specific number. If this actually works, I am going to be blown away. I hope I'm not hyping all this up and then it's going to say not a number. But here it is. Final command. This is the largest number a double precision float can hold. Anything higher will overflow and either go to infinity, nan, or crash the game. If this works, you become number one, you max out what's possible, and you've officially hit the mathematical ceiling of the universe in Roblox. Godspeed, leader. Wow, this just turned into something different. All right, let's go back into Roblox, and we need to paste this command in. Come on. Please do not say not a number. Let's run it. No way. No way. It worked. It didn't say not a number. Now, all we gotta do is relog and find out if this is actually number one. I have never been this excited for a Roblox challenge before. This is actually interesting. It is intense. If this works, you have to subscribe. I already said that earlier, but come on. Anyways, let me relog. Let's see if this will work. Alrighty, we are in. I was not expecting this to get so emotional, so significant, such a significant moment in Roblox history, but this is what it all comes down to. I need to be number one. It's going to be so funny. Everyone else who joins the game, they're going to look at the leaderboard. They're going to be filming videos looking at the leaderboard, and then it's going to say Bacon Buddy 67. It's going to be the greatest thing of all time, the greatest sight anyone's ever seen. But anyways, now we just got to wait for this pesky leaderboard to update. This thing takes so long to update. I don't know why. It's literally just a bunch of... It's 100 players. It's not even that many. I guess in the meantime, we can just hang out here and watch the beautiful sunset. Wow, look at that. Isn't that so nice? Oh my goodness. This is actually gonna be sick if it works. Imagine if it doesn't work. I'm actually gonna be so sad if this doesn't work. If this doesn't work and ChatGPT let me down, then that I'm actually gonna get upset. I'm gonna have a talk with ChatGPT. We're gonna have to go backstage and we're gonna need to talk it out. Anyways, come on, leaderboard, work, please. Someone's got to start a timer on this thing. How long is this taking in total? Maybe if I go further away from it, it'll work better because it doesn't have to load me next to the leaderboard and it'll be less of like a processing burden. Okay, I'm kidding. That makes no difference probably. Come on. The funniest part about all this is that I literally have nothing in my base too. Bacon Buddy 67 is like a true noob. I'm like a complete brokey. Well, in terms of brain rots, that is. Not in top coins. In top coins, I'm going to be the most stacked player in the entire game. Come on, leaderboard. You know what? I'm just going to get back once it updates. And okay, here we go. It has updated. What in the world am I looking? How is this guy above me? Yo, I was literally told that this is the highest IEEE 754 double precision floating point. How is this physically possible? Okay, hold on. I gotta go to ChatGPT. We're gonna have a talk with him. Let me screenshot this thing real quick. This is not good. This is really bad actually. I don't know what to do. Okay, we're back in ChatGPT. We're getting this to work. I'm gonna say, okay, bad news. We're still second place. ... I'm gonna say, are you sure that number you wrote was the highest we can possibly get? Wait, I'm gonna ask it something here. Maybe write a Python script to generate the number we need reliably. Because I know ChatGPT can code good. I don't know if it can memorize double point floating digit numbers good. Okay, there we go. Now it's writing a script for us to actually get the number. This is great. Confirm the true maximum value is this. That is as high as it goes. You already used this exact number in your previous test. What? Everyone in the top 3 has the same raw value? No way. No way. I'm not accepting that. What you can try next, let's try pushing the number 1 digit above the current known cap, but still under the float. Okay. 1 digit above the cap. Let's try it. Let's see if this will work. It's nighttime now. We're actually going all day, all night with this. Let me run this command and that worked. That was supposed to be 1 digit above the cap. But wait, that number that it sent me was different from the one that it sent earlier. Wait. Let's go back up over here. So this is the final command that it sent me. Let's grab this. At the end, there's an 8. Let's change that 8 into a 9. If this works, then that's going to be interesting. Let's try running the command and that did work. Okay, there's still hope. We didn't hit the highest number and this guy also has the highest number. There is still the hope to get a higher number. All right, let's go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to say, wait. This command from earlier, let me add the 8 back, works if I change the 8 at the end to a 9. I don't think we've hit the ceiling. Okay, let's see what it comes back with this. Okay. It's analyzing stuff. You were absolutely right. We haven't hit the ceiling yet. That long number you've been using is still valid, even if we increase the last digit all the way up to 19 and possibly beyond. Okay, so this is as big as we've confirmed to be stable and bigger than everything else. Let me know if this finally puts you at number 1. If not, we push harder. I like the way you think. All right, let's try this out. This better work. I'm pasting it in. Please don't say not a number. Okay, it looks like it worked. Let's try relogging now. I'm just gonna get back once the leaderboard updates again. Bruh. Are you kidding me? Still number 2? Wait. Hold on. Now it's starting to break the game a little bit, though. I can't move around properly. Okay, I think I'm going to need to relog. Okay, but hold on. Off camera, while I was waiting for this thing to load, I did a little bit more talking with ChatGPT. So I told ChatGPT to brute force everything and try to figure out the highest number it possibly can. And then it generated me a file, setmoney bruteforcecommands.txt. Let's try downloading this and see what we got in here. All right, here is the file that it sent me. And oh my goodness, this is a lot of numbers that are apparently all supposed to work. But is the one at the end the highest one? It looks like the one at the end is the highest one. All right, let's go ahead and copy this. Please work. Before I copy this, though, I want to try something. Okay, let me copy this command. I've got this little the calculator pulled up over here. I want to see how much bigger this number actually is compared to our last one. So let's do num1 equals this giant beast of a number. And then let's do num2 equals... And then let's go into ChatGPT and let's copy the last number that it gave us. This is the last command that we tried. And now let's go back in here and paste that in here. And now let's do print num1 minus num2. Okay, I want to see how big num1 actually is compared to number 2. I've got this little command prompt pulled up over here. Let's go ahead and run the script. And look at that. The new number is 1,966 characters. Well, numbers bigger than the last one. So this has to work. Please, come on. Okay, let's go into Roblox now. Let's do set money, paste in the number, enter, and oh, did you see how long it was loading there? That's potentially a good sign. This better work. Back in Steal a Brainrot now. Here goes the waiting game. Now we gotta wait for the leaderboard to load again. I'll be back once it updates. Update, it didn't work. I've been sitting here for like an hour trying a bunch of different numbers off camera. You do not want to see my conversation with ChatGPT. It is very long, but I think I've narrowed it down to one final number. And if this doesn't work, then you know what? I think Bacon Buddy 67 might have to go to defeat. Dude, it's like, I'm like way past my bedtime. I gotta go to bed in negative 20 minutes. And oh no, it looks like Bacon Buddy did not make it to number 1. I can't believe it. The person who's number 1 right now, they must have done some crazy stuff to get up there. But you know what? I guess I'll take the number 2 spot as Bacon Buddy 67. Wow, I can't believe I wasn't able to get number 1. That's kind of crazy. You know, I'm sure if I kept trying for like another hour, I probably could get it. But dude, I gotta go to bed in like negative 20 minutes, and there are so many things I gotta do. So yeah, I think this is gonna be wraps. I might do this later though. I might just have to get it done off camera. Bacon Buddy 67 will rise. It's happening sooner than you think. That was pretty crazy. And if you want to watch the next video, then click on the video on the screen right now.